As always, we work it. And today's episode is brought to you by Total Wireless, the official wireless provider of the UFC. They're in your corner with unlimited 5G data that won't slow you down.
Well, we just wrapped Noche UFC. What a phenomenal night. Hey, Noche UFC is quickly becoming one of my favorite events on the UFC calendar. Every night, the spirit of the crowd, the tribute to Mexican heritage, it's all amazing. I truly do enjoy this show as much as I enjoy any show over the course of the year working for the UFC. Tonight, it was another great night at Noche UFC. We had a lot of finishes. We had a lot of great fights. We had great performances. But a lot of times, as we always do when it comes to these big fight nights, the main event is what we show up for. And lately, the main event has been delivering above and beyond what we expect. And tonight, once again, Diego Lopes, man, that dude just had what may have been his greatest performance ever, because he was in there with a young, hungry guy, a guy who had not tasted defeat, a guy who truly believed that he was just going to outclass him. And that was not the case. Diego Lopes went out there, did his thing early, got a takedown, was able to control John Silva, something we have not seen John Silva deal with over the course of his UFC career. John Silva survived and then fought well, coming back at Diego Lopes. It's not like John Silva just rolled over. Diego Lopes had a game, tough guy in front of him, and he made the best of what he could do. The striking in this fight was amazing. The willingness to stand and trade was amazing. And the finish was amazing. John Silva threw many elbows over the course of that fight. It was only a round and a half. But at the end of the second round, a good round for John Silva. It was almost like he threw away the game plan and said, let's just fight. So he starts to rush at Diego. Diego hits him with a beautiful spinning elbow. It cuts him right on his head. Guys, it was one of the most gnarly cuts I've seen in a really long time. The blood that was coming out of this man's head was unbelievable. Follow-up shots. Diego Lopes gets the finish over John Lord Silva. Not only beating John Silva, but beating a guy who had not lost, honestly, a guy who had not dealt with any adversity since he got into the UFC. Diego Lopes is the real deal, man. We always knew he was good. But tonight showed that he is on a different level than most guys. So we should not take too much from the fight from Volkanovski. He told us in the fighter meeting, I learned a lot in there, DC. He goes, I know I lost, and nobody wants to lose. But what do you do with the information you gain whenever you lose? He said that he gained a ton in that fight with Volkanovski, and it showed tonight. And he dealt with some adversity. He got hit with a couple right hands where I thought, man, this dude's about to go down. But he didn't go down. But not only did he win, he won impressively. And Diego Lopes is nothing to play with in the UFC and establishes himself once again as one of the top contenders at 145 pounds. Co-main event saw David Martinez in only his second UFC appearance beat Rob Font. I was very surprised with this result. I knew Martinez was good, but after I watched the second round, it felt like Font was starting to get the momentum. Martinez was able to take that back, not only take it back, but also just pull away from Rob Font in round number 3. Rafa Garcia beat Jared Gordon in a great fight. Yo, you want about two guys that just go out there to lay it on the line? These two guys went out there to just lay it on the line, and it showed inside that fight, stood right in the middle, and just went after each other and got the job done. Kelvin Gastelum beat Dustin Solfus. Guys, I ought to be honest with you. Kelvin Gastelum I respect greatly because of what he has done in his career. But I got to be honest, man. Missing weight by that much, I don't know. I don't know how to judge these performances. I've dealt with this twice now. I watched him win Daniel Rodriguez in Saudi Arabia after missing weight. Broke Rodriguez's win streak. I watched him tonight beat a guy in Dustin Stoltzfus, who, if you truly knew his story, all that he's dealing with, to go out there and fight a guy that's that heavy, it's unfair, man. And I don't know how to judge Gastelum. Honestly, it was so bad, guys, that we thought about not doing the interview. Because you should feel something negatively whenever you don't make the weight or you show up like that. I get it. He took the fight on 4 weeks' notice, but that's a month to get ready. That's a month to get ready. So I wonder what Kelvin weighed whenever he got the fight. If in a month he couldn't get down to 185. Should always be within at least striking range if you're going to accept the fight. 5 pounds is not striking range. So again, I don't know what to make of these performances, man. I know he fought well, I know he fought hard, but I don't know. It just feels wrong whenever a guy that misses by that much wins a fight. But congratulations to Kelvin Gastelum. Alexander Hernandez with a nasty knockout over Diego Ferreira. Santiago Luna is a very exciting young prospect out of the Los Angeles area that I believe will make a lot of noise in the UFC. He's young, man. He's so young. He did a great job. Dusko Todorovic won by knockout. Joaquim Silva got a victory over Claudio Puelles. Tatiana Suarez got a victory. Jesus Aguilar fought a good fight. Alessandro Costa knocked out, Aiden Correa knocked out Alessandro Costa. Montse Rendon beat the young lady Alice Pereira. She's only like 21 years old or 19 maybe. So she's got time. But I feel like that's a learning lesson, right? Like we are so quick to put all this on these young fighters when a lot of times they're just not ready for what that entails. And hats off to Daniil Danchenko for beating my boy Rodrigo Cezinando and becoming this season's winner of the Ultimate Fighter in what was a tremendous fight. I hope both of these guys get signed to the UFC because they're both UFC caliber. Daniil just fought a wonderful fight tonight. I do believe that if these guys fight multiple times, the results will flip many, many times over the course of those fights. But it was a phenomenal performance by Daniil Danchenko. Guys, now it's time for my Total Wireless performance of the night. And I'm going to give that to Diego Lopes because in the biggest fight, in the biggest moment, he delivered. He delivered what was his best performance with a finish over John Lord Silva. I don't believe for a second that John Silva is done. I believe that there is work to be done, but I believe he will be back. As for the Fighting Nerds, things have turned a little bit for them. But guess what, man? When you have a fight team and you fight in MMA, things happen. We have that. And we've dealt with some losses here recently with Rodrigo and Pepe. We've got some more guys to try to get things right, but it's all building. And so will the Fighting Nerds. I believe that these guys are so talented that they will be fine. But ultimately, tonight belongs to Diego Lopes as he reestablishes himself as the best or one of the best featherweights in the world. He will be on a short list of guys that Alexander Volkanovski could potentially fight right behind a guy like Lerone Murphy. He said he's willing to fight again if he needs to. I love his approach. I love his attitude. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Stick around later tonight. I will have an instant reaction to the Canelo versus Terrence Crawford fight. But for Noche UFC, San Antonio, until next time, peace.